Atiku, no matter new attempts to twist facts, Tinubu's INEC certificate is forged. Now, wow, it's really forgery. Okay, so what Atiku is trying to say here, I know that APC is trying to create propaganda around Tinubu's certificate, and especially around his INEC return certificate they gave to him, or certificate of return rather, as the president of Nigeria. So Atiku is trying to say that it's forged because the credential that was used to achieve it are forged. The final INEC certificate or certificate of return is also forged. That is it. Okay. So if the document you use to acquire something is forged, then the final product of that process is also forged, and everything should be swept away at once. So that is what Atiku is trying to say here. Let me dive into the detail. Former Vice President and People Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate in the February 25 elections, Atiku Abubakar, has said no matter how hard President Bola Tinubu and his agents try to twist the facts, the president remained guilty of forgery. Atiku, who also alleged that some of the president's aides had commenced a campaign of propaganda to further confuse Nigerians about the forgery allegations against the president, however, advised Tinubu to tread the path of honor by resigning from his office. Okay. So at the same time, Atiku has alleged that Tinubu administration had already perfected an elaborate and sinister plot to gag the media ahead of the release of the records containing his criminal investigations by the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) in the United States. In a statement by his media advisor Paul Ibe, Atiku said, since Tuesday last week, when the deposition regarding President Bola Tinubu's educational qualification came to fore in the United States, okay, there have been several attempts to twist the facts of the matter, which deliberately aim to confuse the mind of the public concerning the matter. Yeah, that is true. Some media aides to the president have come out openly to push back on the narrative, while some media houses, especially one, have persistently slanted their story to justify a corrupted interpretation of the facts in the deposition. I'm sure that must be TVC, which is Tinubu's television station. They are always twisting the truth to suit their master. Sadly, however, the truth of the matter remains that Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu falsified a document he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission and swore an affidavit under oath to back up his forgery. On page 26 of the deposition, which is publicly available, the registrar of the Chicago State University, Caleb Westbridge, under oath, was asked a simple question that CSU had determined that it does not have a true and correct copy of the diploma issued to Bola Tinubu in 1979, correct? To which the registrar responded, that's correct. Also on page 27, a similar question was put to Mr. Westbridge. So CSU, after going through every diploma, was unable to find an authentic copy of any diploma that CSU issued to Tinubu in 1979. Is that correct? And the CSU registrar in his response said, we did not find any diploma issued by CSU in 1979 to Mr. Tinubu, he said. You see? So they did not find any diploma issued to Mr. Tinubu in 1979. So meaning that they created it. Okay, Tinubu and his team created it. The former vice president added that, and coming straight to the specific issue of whether the CSU is aware or in possession of the diploma that Tinubu submitted to INEC, to which Mr. Westberg simply said, correct, we are not aware of it. Indeed, anyone who has taken time to do a thorough reading of the deposition will come to the unambiguous conclusion that the footprints of Tinubu's odyssey, okay, as far as the CSU documents are concerned, are filled with profound forgeries and abuse of administrative due process. President Tinubu's supporters and spin doctors will want to force the narrative of at least Tinubu graduated from the CSU down our throat, even when the narrative has no foothold in logic. So accordingly, the former vice president said the question remained that how does a candidate graduate from a university that you were never qualified for? That is the problem. How can somebody graduate from a university that he was never qualified for? It's not possible. Okay? It's not possible. So according to information in the open, President Tinubu applied to CSU with a pre-qualified 1970 certificate from Government College Lagos, whereas the school did not come into existence until 1974. Maybe this should make Tinubu the first man ever to have an anticipatory certification from the school 4 clear years before founding of the school. That is the problem. So I don't know. This country, if the truth must be told, Tinubu has to go home. That is it. He has failed every form of litmus test, every form of penetration test. He has failed every investigation. Every document he submitted is fake, and everything he said about himself is fake. Okay, the government college Lagos certificate that he submitted to to the CSU, he said he got in 1917 when the school was opened in 1974, and that certificate has chemistry, biology, physics, almost sciences in it, which he submitted. Meanwhile, he went there to study accounting, and at the end of the day, the certificate is provided and has to do with the business administration. What confusion! Okay, and then the other college, Southwest College transcript is submitted as well, has a woman's name there. Okay, Bola, is it Adenike or Adekunle Tinubu or so, and has a social security number of the United States that belongs to a woman. So what I will say, and I say if you Google that social security number, okay, it's pointing to Bimbola Adenike Tinubu. So identity theft is also part of this matter. And why are we treating it like this as if it is a trivial matter? It is not. The president is deeply necked in forgery and perjury and identity theft and should actually be prosecuted for that. He should leave office for that. He should resign for that. That is the truth. If Nigeria is to move forward until things are done right, nothing is going to happen. Let's be honest about it. Until things are done the right way, nothing is obviously going to happen. So Tinubu obviously is in certificate forgery. He can't clean it. And now, from what we are seeing, right from the day these documents were released from the court, the Tinubu's aides, all the media aides, have been creating a false narrative that the CSU registrar admitted that Tinubu graduated from the university. So what else are we looking for? So is it a case of graduating, or what certificate did he graduate with? At what time did he graduate? What document did he use to get admission into the university? What kind of document did he submit to the INEC? Because the school said what Tinubu submitted to INEC, they are not aware of it. They have never seen it before. It is not their document. They can't authenticate it, and they don't know the source of that document. So does that not tell you that it was forged? Because if the purported or the supposedly owner of that document is saying they don't own it, is saying they don't know where it came from, that means that the person that presented it need to tell the world where he got what he presented. That is the truth. So that is what Atiku is saying here, that no matter how hard Tinubu and his team will try to twist the fact, his certificates are forged, and so his INEC certificate of return is also in a forgery condition, and that has to be that has to be revisited and withdrawn. Okay, you cannot issue a certificate of return from a forged background. You have to return it. That is it. They have to withdraw it rather. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.